It is 8 p.m. You're watching live from Paris. I'm Tom Burgess-Watson, and these are our headlines. Lebanon's leaders call for calm after 6 people are shot dead in Beirut in an apparent attack on Hezbollah supporters and their fellow Shia political movement. France 24's Sally Farhat in Beirut will be joining us with all the latest. The authorities in Norway say yesterday's bow and arrow attack appears
Good evening. This is Eswatini TV News at 8, read to you by myself, Notelesi Tole, alongside Nama Klabiso Ngambole. Without further ado, let's head straight to the bulletin. The Prime Minister, Leopard, says Eswatini has gained investors through the Dubai Expo. The Prime Minister says this is in line with the country's roadmap. The Prime Minister was speaking at King Mswati III International Airport upon his return from Dubai.
At King Mswati III International Airport, upon his return from the Dubai Expo, the Prime Minister Leopard says Eswatini made a lot of gains by attending the event.
Our participation in the Dubai Expo 2020 presented the country with appropriate platform to showcase Eswatini to the world and outline available business opportunities and incentives for investors. This is in line with the government strategic roadmap, which intentionally sets Eswatini as an export-driven economy. A business-to-business seminar that attracted a number of investors was held over the National Day. Several ministers and other stakeholders who were part of the Dubai Expo 2020 delegation participated in engagements with several potential investors. The business-to-business seminar also saw the signing of the Memorandum of Understanding between the Eswatini Investment Promotion Authority and the Australia Trade and Investment Commission to enhance the promotion of investment in both countries. The Dubai 2020 Expo will run for the next 6 months, and over this period, we are hopeful that more Eswatini businesses will have the opportunity to display their products for the world market. We were grateful to the UAE government for subsidizing some of the costs of Eswatini's participation in the Dubai Expo, including some partners in the private sector. His Majesty's government fully appreciates the wisdom of His Majesty King Mswati III for facilitating and ensuring that the Eswatini participates in this useful event.
About 190 countries are part of the expo. For Eswatini TV News, Nelson Ndlangamandla with Mbongwa Dube Skuphe.
The Prime Minister, Leopard, warns all persons against the habit of using school children to voice out their concerns. The Prime Minister says it is not right to disturb children from their studies. He was speaking at the King Mswati III International Airport upon returning from the Dubai Expo.
The Prime Minister, Leopard, says it is wrong for any person to use children, especially those in schools, to push any agenda.
Basibikela lomele lobeka ngibambele DPM usibikele ngesimo lesikhona la lesasivele sikhona noma sihamba ukuthi ke kunesimo lapha kokuthi kukhona tikhalo kumbe lesetiphakeme kakhulu leqhamuka kube ma taxi kepha ke liningi laleto tikhalo uvakala ngathi ticonzene tisemkhathini walaba bemabhizinisi nalaba baqashi babo. Uhulumende ke uyasita kuhlanganisa laba bekunene ukuthi kube khona ukubona ngasolinye kumbe lokunye umuntu la ngakusho kungaba kwekhuta nje ukuthi sisacabana sisengakaboni ngasolinye phela akungafakwa abantwana ekhathi sikhathi lesikabi kwekuthi abantwana bangaphuma etikolweni bayogijima emigwaqweni asingabe muki abantwana lithuba labo nathi lesaba nalo etikhathini letengcile ngoba na ubatshela nje abantwana ukusabashisa etikolo bashiswe etincwadi lisasa labo lutoba lihle kusebaleni kokuthi akusiko kubakhulisa kahle lokhu akusiko futhi kubatshela kahle ngoba khona kusasa lokhu batabe bala emigwaqweni sebaswele ukuthi baphila njani kwekhutla lokho nje nokuthi ke uhulumende utawenda konke lokusemandleni ukuthi labo labasetikolweni labadecide ukuthi baqhubeke nekubhala noma nekufundza bavikeleke ukuze kusibangaze badisturb ngilabo lababone ukuthi bangede baqhubeka nekufundza kungaba ngiloko nje ukuthi siyashorishe live siyabonga.
The Prime Minister says he'll continue to engage with all concerned parties to ensure calm in the kingdom. For Eswatini TV News, Hlengiwe Ndlovu with Nelsiwe Ndlangamandla and Mbongwa Dube at Sikhupe.
Minister of Housing and Urban Development, Prince Melane, says armed forces should be awarded better hardship allowance because of the conditions they work under. The minister said this during the official opening of the Ngwenya police post on Thursday. The minister has added that the police post is important because of its proximity to the country's border.
Minister of Housing and Urban Development, Prince Melane, has thanked the Ngwenya Town Board for availing the structure for a police post to be stationed. The minister says he will report to the country's authorities about this good gesture.
Kube imali iyabunjwa. Manje imali ayibunjwa. Kepha hleze live kukhona la ngabona ukuthi liphuthatele lende njani. I-hardship allowance yenu maphoyisa nine masort nine correctional yincane ngagcina kung-20 nobe 25% yemholo wenu leti khathi setiyabita ngabe vele iyale 60 idlalele kuku-70% lenzawo le ibuqayi le lamaphoyisa lataba lapha vela akafake manje bonke lokuqala isango ngathi bhamu lititoqitha kuthula kwaleli dingaqhamuka ngala.
War Regional Administrator Princess Tsanzile welcomed guests at the event.
Sibonga ngokuthi la Ngwenya njengoba sekushidiwe ukuthi sebaningi abantu labalangwenya sevele batadivela ukuthi bahleti kahle batadivela ukuthi baphephile emaphoyisa makasedudane makalakhathi emkhathini wabo ayina sasedudane ahleti lakhathi kube emaphoyisa eNgwenya lokusho ukuthi step lesikhulu kakhulu leso ngoba mawubuka Ngwenya kuthubuphi embabane bekukhashane kakhulu.
National Commissioner of Police William Tsitsibala Dlamini has thanked the Ngwenya Town Board for the police post.
Sikimisele ke ukuhlala la sisebenzele la sicela sive ukuthi asiphathane kahle mase kuphunyukile wena wekunene sekuphunyuke eqaleni vele nje uthatha ijazi lakho utinikela kuthendishe nje uthi awu bengithi ngiyasebenza kwabe sekuyangiphunyukela ngakho ke sengilethile emaphoyisa ungabaleki njalo ejali balaso ligegadini lokho tawenda ukuthi siphathane kahle.
For Eswatini TV News, Temgosi Mavimbela with Fortune Dlangamandla, Ngwenya.
Residents under the Ngwenya Town Board are now nearing 4,000. This was revealed by the Town Board's Mayor, Phiwa Gininza, when unpacking the town's integrated plan.
Ngwenya Town Board Mayor, Phiwa Gininza, has revealed the town's integrated development plan, which is 5 to 10 years. The development plan, among other things, will see the town building a health facility and a recreational park, among other things.
This is the main border post that links us to one of our most active partner in terms of import and exports. Through Ngwenya border post, we see over 70% of our imports and exports coming through this facility. It is our dream that Ngwenya will not only be a village town, but will also be an investment destination for investors who want to take advantage of our close proximity to the Republic of South Africa.
The development plan indicates an upward growth path for the town. Gininda says they look forward to Ngwenya growing bigger than Mbabane in the near future. For Eswatini TV News, Fortune Dlangamandla with Teminkosi Mavimbela Ngwenya.
The management of Ngwenya Town Board has been trained on the importance of following procurement procedures and laws that govern their work. Speaking at the Happy Valley Hotel, the Chief Executive Officer Maqonda Madlopa says the training will help them in taking the town's development forward.
Through the support of government, the management of Ngwenya Town Board were trained on procurement procedures and the laws that govern their work in a workshop held at Happy Valley Hotel at Eswatini. The Chief Executive Officer Maqonda Madlopa explains the details of the workshop.
What we are focusing on this workshop is the SPRA. You will know that procurement is basically regulated by SPRA in Swaziland. So we have a meeting. We had a meeting with SPRA for 2 days, whereby we were being aligned or reminded on how we should procure. It is very important to procure in the right way that is regulated by the existing legislation, so that the confidence and trust from the public will improve. And we know once we improve the confidence and trust of the public, the development will be very much possible, in the sense that people will be interested to invest at Ngwenya. Ngwenya will never be the same. Ngwenya is on the verge of developing or putting more effort on creating job opportunities and investments.
Madlopa says they will continue looking for ways to develop the Ngwenya town. For Eswatini TV News, Nelson Dlangamandla with Mbongwa Dube, Zulwini.
The National Environment Fund, housed at the Eswatini Environment Authority, has helped rehabilitate 4 out of 6 extremely hollowed dongas in different parts of Eswatini. Environment Fund Officer Payday Ngwenya says a significant proportion of the fund's 1.5 million emalangeni budget went towards donga rehabilitation.
The dongas that recently underwent complex rehabilitation in the financial year of 2020-2021 were posing a serious threat to the environment, humans and livestock, especially the ones at Mahlangaja, whose cracks were so deep that it seemed like they would cause a massive landslide. National Environment Officer Payday Ngwenya gives an insight into the work that has been done to rehabilitate dongas.
We can say that we are almost done implementing these projects, whereby we have about 6 projects that are on donga rehabilitation, and 4 of them are complete, and 1 is winding up, and we only have 1 project that we can say is lagging behind, and it's a project that we are hoping to complete in the next 3 or 4 weeks or so.
Ngwenya says most of the finances allocated to the Environment Fund in the 2020-2021 financial year were used on donga rehabilitation.
The Environment Fund had a funding basket for this financial year of about 1.5 million emalangeni, and about 800,000 of that money funded community projects that are rehabilitating dongas or donga rehabilitation projects. Of that amount, we can say that that is cash that came from the Environment Fund, but we have been working with different stakeholders. We have also had some financial inputs, some technical inputs, some even infrastructure and materials.
The fund's operations were this financial year affected by a series of challenges, but nonetheless, the fund's custodians are happy with the positive impact that it has had on communities. For Eswatini TV News, Hlengiwe Ndlovu with Mbongwadube in Babane.
Gulp Eswatini says it has run dry of petrol, which has resulted in most Gulp fuel stations to also run out of supply. The shortage is reported to have begun on Monday. Gulp Eswatini says the problem has been caused by challenges faced by the company in getting supply from South Africa, while at the same time government has desisted their supply from Mozambique. Okay, we do not have the report to that story, so for now we'll have an ad break and the news will be back shortly.
With the change in technology, out-of-home digital media is designed to grab the attention of people who are always on the go. You can now watch your favorite show, Usile Breakfast Show and Dinzaba at 7 on your favorite YouTube channel.
It's simple. You can stream these shows by following these quick, easy steps. Number 1, open YouTube. Number 2, search for Eswatini TV and click on Eswatini TV. Number 3, after you had entered on Eswatini TV, look for Dinzaba or KPS. And while you at it, don't forget to like, subscribe and ring the bell button to get notifications of our video uploads and streams. And lastly, enjoy the stream. Stay home and watch Eswatini TV. Stay safe.
Welcome back. Let's have a look at our financial markets.
Standard Bank. It can be.
Good evening once again. You are still watching Eswatini TV. Let's have a look at our sports news. The president of the Q Sport Association, Muntu Dlamini, says being sponsored with money for the national championships will motivate the players to perform at their maximum best. Dlamini was speaking when receiving the 15,000 Emalangeni sponsorship from Boab Investment.
The Eswatini Q Sports Association usually hosts national championships after every season, where the regional top players compete for the national championships. There was no monetary winnings for these games, but that will change this year as the Q Sport Association was able to secure a 15,000 sponsorship from Boab Investment. President of the Q Sport Association, Muntu Dlamini, says this will motivate them in a big way as players bring in their A game and the country will be able to produce the best for international tournaments. Akhokhe the best players labato by true reflection ye standard of play la Eswatini start amanga yonke indlela sibambisene nama regions lokuthi vele sikhokhe the best players labato so represent kahle kuwo onke lama categories ngingedakele ukuthi ke lokuthi bese Boab so veta lelicatha lelibhekile leli ngolokta sitambamba lokuthi labadlali bafake amandla bonke such that now uyinela vele siyathi ukuthi uyiclaim utakhona kulimela live kahle. So siyabonga nje Boab Investment ngoba sesitawuthola the best. Boab Investment Director Nathi Faguta says this is their way to blow back to the public who have been supporting them in all these years, and also it's a sport he occasionally find pleasure in. The tournament will start this weekend and will be played in a double and single format. Reporting for Eswatini TV Sports News, I am Patricia Msibi, Mbabane.
Leopard's head coach Edwin Matsebula says his team is ready for any mind games that they might face in Angola, as they will take on Sagrada Esperança in the first leg of the CAF Champions League tournament.
Leopard will this weekend take on Angolan side Sagrada Esperança in the CAF Champions League second preliminary round, where they will play the first leg in Angola. In CAF tournament, it has been a habit of some teams to apply mind games in the form of mistreating their opponents. Leopard's head coach Edwin Matsebula says he's well ready for that, as the experience they got from their last match in Zambia gave them the needed experience to deal with playing in Africa.
Matsebula says they will be going out for a win, but a draw with goals will be enough for them.
Ngicabanga ukuthi from le game yasezambia yabasifundisa because vele beyikhulu khona lapho benza abantu ama-mind games but bakhona kubastronga babuya na-result okay basically ngicabanga ukuthi esingafisa kuphela ngwaba iwin but uma ngabe kulikhona at least asiyithole i-draw but sibe nayo goal away siyafisa but uma anything sitargete ukuthi come back this way.
Captain Muzi Dlamini, who agrees with his coach, says mentally they are well prepared for everything that might happen to them while in Angola, and he's positive they'll come back with a win or at least a draw.
Team is ready kukonke. Ngicabanga ukuthi sijimisele umtimba, satijimisa netingqondo. Siyatilela la siyakhona ukuthi asikayi yovakasha ukuthi sikathe noma ngabe yini etawuvela endleleni.
The first leg in Angola will kick off on Saturday 4 p.m. and the second leg will be played 7 days later at the Mafusa Sports Center in Manzini. Reporting for Eswatini TV Sports News, I am Patizum Sibi Babane.
And with that, we sum up our bulletin for the evening. Up next is the weather update from myself and the crew. Thank you for staying with us. Have a good one.
Sanibonani nonke. Ngihlahla lenhle mina ngwakashongo Sibongo. Kanhlitiyo